to him. We know his sentiments around his children. Love them to death. He can't even fake it. But the thing is, it's like, those are his children. And nobody should have to argue how he decides to defend or protect his children or his peace of mind. His whole brand has not only been around his children, but his brother as well as his nephew. So when you're sitting here and you're trying to convince me that he is wrong because somebody else decided to do something nice or courteous without being asked, no. You could have had something for me in mind, and your intention could have been very pure, but the reception of that is very sensitive, right? And the only person who gets to gauge that perception is not only the baby, but the mothers of those children. So no, we shouldn't be arguing with somebody about whether or not it's okay for us to acknowledge them the way we think they should be acknowledged because of the fact that they share certain things. That is his story to tell. And we don't have a right to override that because he is those children's parent.
Yeah. Bring the Easter basket. Yeah. Bring the Easter basket.
Well, upstairs. Ain't nobody about to hold that stuff.
All right, well, I want to ask you a wild question. I've never got to ask another human being this. What was that feeling like when you made your first $1 billion?
I was naked.
Mark, what?
He said wood out.
So I had a company, we started a streaming industry called broadcast.com.
Yes, sir.
First streaming company. And so we went public. Biggest IPO in the history of the stock market at the time, first day job. And I knew what the price had to be. And I'd get up every morning to go to work and I'd check the stock, before I run to the bathroom. And I was closed, right? So I had to go back and check again because I was showering after the market opened. Hit, my little F5 on my PC and just did my little jumped in the shower before.
He said wood out.
All right, well, I want to ask you a wild question. I've never got to ask another human being this.
Wood out.
I was naked.
Mark, what? Where did you go from here?
He said wood out.
Started the streaming industry. It's called broadcast.com.
He said, wait, he can't be. He just fell back. You need to hit with something. Like the murder sacks. They call it the murder sacks. You need him bad.
Yes, ma'am. I'm up and ready. I got him in the room right now. He didn't even know why I had him in here, but I'm going to tell him. So you need to go pack your stuff. It's the lady downstairs in the Rolls Royce Coach. Pack all your stuff. Yeah, pack all your stuff. It's the cougar. She done paid me 50 bands for you, baby, and I took it. I told you, but you're not going to be forced. She said it's a good, nice neighborhood about 3 miles up the street. That lady said she gonna do that. That lady gave me 50 bands just to take you. So you know what I did, and you know how you finna live. And look how you finna live. The lady in the Rolls Royce, everything. She only asked me what you had. I think she pulled up with the shit in the car. gave him 50 bands. Son, the lady gave him 50 bands. You talking about some money, bro? You finna blow the deal. You finna blow the deal. I got my 50. Tell me. You got that? Man, I guess he don't think you done that, but who was telling about it? Oh, excuse me, she said she'll have her driver call her about it. Man, she say you fussing and you don't even realize that you got 100 racks sitting on the front seat for you right now. For you, I got my 50. He on his way down there now, girl. Okay? Don't get your money. I want to you got 100 cakes sitting down there. Man, we don't like that. You got probably one of the first things you got up there. Hello?
Murderers.
That's a wild question. I've never got to ask another human being.
Come home. Next time you see him, it's gonna be a homecoming. That brother is there for good, cause this old with my brother. I ain't the best at math, but 120 years, he can go in there and be a good dude on his best behavior. So he's smart.
He said he's going there to be a good news. This nigga an idiot, bro.
That brother is there for good, cause this old with my brother. I ain't the best at math, but 120 years, he can go in there and be a good dude on his best behavior. So he's smart. Next time you see him, it's gonna be a homecoming. That brother is there for good, cause this old with my brother. I ain't the best at math, but 120 years, he can go in there and be a good behavior. He's gonna be in there until he's smart. Next time you see him, it's gonna be a homecoming. That brother is there for good, cause this old with my brother. That's the math for 120 years. He's going there and be a good dude. Best behavior. He's gonna be in there until he's smart. Next time you see him, it's gonna be a homecoming. That brother is there for good, cause this old with my brother. That's the math for 120 years. He's going there and be a good dude. Best behavior. He's gonna be in there until he's smart.
Hey, honey bunny bun.
Yeah.
My goal and wish, if this is something that you can oblige me, before Ava's game or happen to take her to where she's got to be, do you think it'll be possible for us to be able to run on the west side to get the rest of those Bibles so we don't have to do it in the dark?
Ten under-mile fastballs pitched to you today. Hit it out.
100? That's easy.
Right now, today.
I don't care how hard you throw a baseball.
They gone.
There ain't no way you can throw a baseball 16 inches. I can't just do like this. If there's a catcher behind home plate that sits like this with a glove, I know you just go like this. All I did was change the sound of the bat. I ain't got to change nothing. I just changed the object.
Right now.
Now, if you're asking me to do something spectacular, that would take time for my body to get used to it. At 60,
Just going up there.
and to go up there and hit it, I don't care how hard you throw it. As long as I can see it, I hit it. Willie could do it back, even in his 60s. And my dad would come and hit all the time.
10 under-mile fastballs pitched to you today. Hit it out.
100? That's easy.
Right now, today.
I don't care how hard you throw a baseball.
They gone.
There ain't no way you can throw a baseball 16 inches. I can't just do like this. If there's a catcher behind home plate that sits like this with a glove, all I did was change this object to a bat. I ain't got to change nothing. I just changed the object.
Right now.
Now, if you're asking me to do something spectacular, that would take time for my body to get used to it. At 60,
Just going up there.
and to go up there and as long as I can see it. Willie could do it back, even in his 60s, like that.
I got something. I got something prepared. Be safe on that road. safe on that road, good brother. So me Sunday. Oh boy. All right. Finish washing them dishes, and we can work on getting you some screen time. It's on me. Pre-Sunday. Walking with you, bro. Grateful for my brother. Safe on the road. Bye-bye, Mantis. Mantis. He lied. Let's go. Let's go. Just go bye-bye. Had to prey on that Mantis. Split screen.
I owe you once more for saving my rump. My belly's not too vile, is it? I'm not a meat eater after all.
Whoa!
I hope it didn't repulse you. Well,
Hey,
you fetched
Stoney.
it wasn't all of that
I just
bad,
saved my
eh?
partner
Now that
in
Wukong's
Wukong. He said,
arm
I'm
set
not
is
a meat
complete,
eater.
we should go to Water Curtain Cave. Come with me.
Hey, lady. I'm all right. What's going on? No. I preach Sunday. What'd you say? No, I'm saying I'm preaching Sunday. Yeah. My turn in the rain. He don't see what it's doing to him. He like it. For sure. What's up? My friend knew that she don't want to talk to me like this. You know what I mean? Like, as y'all got older, y'all have to. Literally, I hear y'all. That's why I don't mind y'all. Telling me about rock. I'm glad you did that because when I left, I had to tell you another part too. And this is just something I'm gonna tell you, and I'll tell Lisa eventually. Y'all talk to y'all nephew because he's been online fooling with showing his feelings and shit. So, oh yeah. So when y'all left, that's why I started talking to Daddy. I said, Daddy, this ain't play this time. I said, this way. I'm going whatever that comes from. Try to like home to sleep because he be scared of seeing T in the dreams and stuff like that. He used to say that all the time when T first died. So you know how that go though. Yeah, and it was all calm, breezy, and everything. I'm like, damn. So we keep a powwow, but Daddy been calling me, and every time he called me, I'm telling you, like I could hear it. Daddy's scared of the Reaper. You mean? And I told him, I said, you don't have to fear that. So all you need to do is just open your heart and let God in. Ain't nothing to fear. You know what I mean? Like, let God get in your life. Like, ain't none of us perfect. Ain't none of us without cause. Like, nah, man. Like, hear it from me. You the dog fight like the rest of us, my boy. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, uh, just do your best. Your best is what's gonna help you get there, and your best is with God. Like, man, we ain't never tripped on Daddy. None of us really have. We've been saying the same thing to him for years. We hate that bottle. We've been saying this. He know it, and I think it's just him being able to understand, like, hey, this is the truth of the matter. Let's figure out a way to make you better so that you can that you can be your best person. What does life look like for Daddy? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We'll get through it. Yeah. Three years. That's a good thing. Yeah. You know, because man, at the end of the day, like, Daddy got a lot of resentment too. So Daddy didn't know Norbert was buried by my mama. And I told him, I'm talking to him, and I'm like, bro, I said, I know where his grave is. I said, but that ain't what was told to me. They've had a lot of abuse, and I know they think the world is easy, but from my understanding, Ernie, but Ernie abused them niggas. we can play. Dude. Unfortunately, you know, and that's it's our story. You know what I mean? It's our story, and if nothing else, it makes me want to be that much more accountable for me, because, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I go out my way to make sure the kids know, like, hey, there's a better way of doing things. You know what I mean? You don't have to do. You know what I mean, do certain things to be viewed as good to no one else. Like, you know what I mean, getting them to understand that, you know what I mean, like that they don't have to sell themselves out to be nobody's friend, or, you know what I mean, if you got to do that to be somebody's friend, that ain't your friend. If you got to do that to be around anybody, you ain't got to do. You just getting them to understand healthy things. Like, we're gonna do a thing in men's ministry with the church, and I was like, I've been reading this book, and this book about T.D. Jakes is talking about, like, the killing that little boy inside of you, man. When I say it's when I first read it, it used to make me uncomfortable, make me like reluctant to really want to read it, because, like, it was talking about stuff I didn't want to read, but my curiosity was, I'm glad I got that kind of curiosity, because in terms, it's probably been the best thing I've read in a long time to help me be stronger. You know what I mean? And you realize, I'm talking about from sexual health to breathing, and, you know what I mean, like, it's been very helpful with me, like, just figuring that part of manhood out. You know what I mean? But I'm glad for it, because, like, a lot of them young men at the church are, like, you know, like, I've been talking to them, and when I tell you, all of us is trying to figure this shit out, bro, you can't make this up. Like, and, you know, knowing how to dodge certain scenarios that can put you in a situation as a man that's compromising to your standards, belief, your marriage, being able to navigate those things, like, that. Who teaches you stuff? My grandfather taught me stuff like that. Like, bruh, keep your suit coat unbuttoned, be mindful of who you talking to, you know what I mean? It's easy to get caught up. It's easy to make a mistake. You know, but we don't have those conversations because everybody makes church like you're like super praise versus we're coming in here because we need encouragement. We need uh yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And so like even like we had a medical emergency at a funeral, right? And I told him, I said, bro, we need a plan because the ramp is to get into the church, not to get into the fellowship hall where we have our repasses. I said, bro, um uh not having that access. So like I had found a plan. I told him, I said, bro, we gotta have jobs. So when we have our church business meeting, like everybody getting assigned a position because you got to flag in EMS. Because like we had this lady literally fainted in the middle of a repass. And what it was is the window protection that we put up there during the winter time, it worked so good because the heat. Well, black people draw heat. This lady fainted in the repass. And we had to, and everybody was kind of running around like a chicken with their head cut off. I'm like, bro, we need to have, Nevada need to keep her stethoscope and blood pressure cuffs on her. The first lady and me, we're aides. Like I said, we have to be more uniform when we in here. And I think that was the one thing, like just cleaning up those things. It's a smaller church, so a lot of those roles need to be filled. And he's been carrying this burden by himself for a long time. So like we done me and Nevada then brought a lot of people with us. So it's a lot of those members at that church, they're older and they done passed off. And it's been an eye-opening experience coming from a bigger church to a smaller church. You know what I mean? Because when you're in a bigger church, that stuff is already handled. But when you're in a smaller church, you are groundskeeping. We picking the trash up off the ground. We take the trash out to the curb. We shovel the snow. We cutting the grass. You know what I mean? It's been it's been a real eye-opening experience. Like but that you went to Crossroads. And those bigger churches, we take for granted staff. Versus in a smaller church, you are staff. Ain't nobody coming to wash these dishes. We about to wash them. Ain't nobody coming to throw this trash out. We about to do it. Like, man, when we shoveling the snow this winter, me and the boys, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Man, I took a lot of pride in that because it was like, dang, I ain't never shoveled the snow at the church. You know what I mean? And me and the boys went over there, but also, too, I'm able to show my kids some responsibility. You know what I mean? It's just, man, it's man. But no, I was glad for that because, like, I was able to have that little heart-to-heart with Daddy. And I just told him, I said, bro, because I was like, I had been thought about, like, reaching out to Daddy, like, Daddy, man, I don't know how to quarterback this one. You know what I mean? Because, like, so you're not listening. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you see those Tyler Perry movies. You always notice the kids always listen to the one that's kind of been a delinquent. I was like, maybe they did. Because he ain't. I just don't want Rock to put himself in a situation that he's going to spend the rest of his life trying to figure out. Because he's not looking at the game. I'm looking at, bro, chalk me up for a little bit. Your daughter, when she get of age, she's not going to give two fucks about why you fell out with your daddy. She's going to be like, bro, what does that have to do with you raising me? What does that have to do with the way you interact with my mama? Why that little girl can't remember nothing? You better go make it right. You know what I mean? care more about that. Like, and I could tell too because like the kids found a picture of me and Rock. They got it on the refrigerator. It's taking its toll on them. You know what I mean? Even though I told him, like, man, y'all keep interacting with y'all brother. Y'all be there for him. I always tell him that. I was like, bro, because he listen to y'all. But at the same token, that don't change the fact of, like, that they don't feel a kind of way like, oh, man, my dad and my brother ain't hitting on nothing. And they just ain't old enough to understand, like, it ain't as deep as you think. Like, it ain't that deep, I promise you. It's just Rock. He's just a young man. He don't want to admit that he wrong. You know what I mean? Because like it's like I don't know where men think like, oh man, if you just keep putting your head in the ground like an ostrich, that is gonna go away. Like, bro, them kids get older, bro, and they coming, shirt off, ready to. And I'm like, that's a long time. Like, don't sentence that girl to hatred toward men because you don't want to be a man. And then you put a situation in there to where them people thinking poorly of your father. I can't even pinch hit because once they said I ain't getting along with Christy, I say, man, it's over with. I'm not even dealing with this no more. Like, y'all don't even know my business to say, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you wasn't shooting with me in the gym, man. They wasn't there. It was me, my two little sisters, my wife, and my aunt. Y'all helped me raise my child. I will never forget that, and I'm forever grateful for that. But I ain't gonna let nobody play on that though either. Little girl, you don't even know. You ain't even strong enough to tell Rock to behave, and you the one giving him throat. You hear what I'm saying? Like, and if nothing else, a man can hear a man, no matter what bull he do. His child's mother is one person that can get to him and call him out. Like, and even if they ain't together or not, he might not like it, but bro, something she gonna say gonna make sense. Like, Rock, you just ain't being a man. But like that fighting for more than one kid. Oh no, my G, I done did it once. It took a lot out of me. Like, people don't know the journey of fighting for custody. Like, I didn't want to go through that. People forgot I went and got joint custody first before I went and got full. Like, people don't know. Like, I literally tried to work with her, and like I was telling him, I'm like, we were just two immature kids. Chalk it up. You know what I mean? Ain't no need you being like, oh, you did this to her. Like, oh, bro, let's look at the game tapes. And I just don't want Malaya to think that, like, her black relatives don't think nothing of her. That makes sense. It ain't, but unfortunately, that's the synopsis. You know what I mean? When you got someone who's deliberately running from responsibility, I'm like, bro, you don't know, bro. You finna make this harder than, like, I can't even cover for you this time. You know, but like, even the kids, they be like, the girls they love their brother, but they be salty at him. Like, man, they be like, just won't listen. I'm like, I hate that for him. You know, that there are so many people that think the world of him, and he don't think nothing of himself. And because, like, he feels the way he feels to, like, you know, I think I threw him away. She'd be like, don't throw him away. Don't. I said, actually, he deliberately changed his number before he left that city. I can't even contact him, and I'm not about to get his number against his wishes. He made a decision that he got to live with. You feel me? So I just been like, you know, trying to be there for the other kids, try to be in school of men. Like, bro, ain't nothing wrong with doing things God's way. Save yourself the heartache and pain. Ain't no need y'all learning how to be no teenage parent or having to repair broken relationships because you don't know how to communicate effectively. Or our family been through a lot, man. We've been through a lot. They don't even know half the stuff we've been through. You know what I mean? Our kids are so green and oblivious, and they don't understand what it's like. Like our moms, I'll never forget when we had to be about 12 years old. when my mom and your mom was like, nah, these kids need to know each other. Y'all number was 742 something. I went at 8989. Damn, that's crazy. I can remember that. But when I got that number, bro, man, y'all remember when I was like about 12, I used to call y'all all the time. like you, cause then you was old enough, cause like, let's see, I'm 12, you was about 9 or 10 years old. And when you finally could talk, that was dope, cause then I could talk to you too. And then Lisa came out talking, so that don't count. Shorty was 3 years old running the joint. You know what I mean? But it was like, I finally had that connection. I used to go to school with people, and they'd be like, them your stepsisters. I'm like, man, I used to get into it with people about y'all. Like, man, I ain't got no stepsisters. They're my full sisters. Oh, they ain't your... And I'm like, only people that call the external father's children halves are bitter women. Because if a woman has a kid with another man, her kids aren't considered halves. Oh, that's their siblings. But if it's the daddies, it's automatic. Oh, no, it's half. That shit weird. Yeah. Ain't nothing. Have these nuts. Yeah. No. Y'all got two brothers. That's it. That's all. Artists. And that situation always was always weird. You know what I mean? Because my family said the same thing, because they didn't know how they was like, Daddy would pull up to the house with Artez when he was little and be like, this my son, but it ain't my son. And so my peoples was saying the same thing. It's like they never understood it. But, you know, right. And like that's what I'm saying. Like our family has been through like too many tangled webs. You know what I mean? When you don't know who like I didn't know Uncle Courtney existed until I was like damn near grown. I swear. You gotta think. And look, I came to look, this is before my mom died, but I'm in high school and I came over to grandma's house and he was there. I'm like, what's this? Like, it's like, that's your Uncle Courtney. Daddy never talked about Uncle Courtney. He only talked about Johnny and Darren and Deke. But you had to think, Courtney had been in and out the joint, and then Courtney loved Daddy. Daddy don't love Courtney. Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Courtney loved Daddy. Daddy don't, but I think also too, Daddy's got a lot of hatred in his heart. You know what I mean? Because I had to check myself about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because when you grow up in all those tangled webs, you don't know what's what, so you pissed. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? And then like and I was hollering at Uncle Deke, coaching with him helped me get a lot of perspective on things. Jones even hollered at me so did you know Daddy was beat by the cops real bad to where Daddy got low key brain damage from it? There was a female cop back in the day. I'm like, I understand all that. That ain't the thing. I said, but when you're a child of an alcoholic, there's things that daddy don't remember that like that he would do, and I'd be like, bro, when you get drunk, whether it be the passing out or what you be saying, I said, bro, you don't even take into consideration what that leaves after you. His his peers. You remember him and Junie used to hang together all the time. And but Daddy would get drunk and be talking crazy to Junie. You hear me? And Junie used to be like, man, every time your daddy get drunk, he gets to talking like this. He ain't like, you know, he know it. You know what I mean? And Mr. Jerry, that was his boy. Like that was his boy. He was, and Daddy never admitted it, but I knew Daddy broke down when Jerry died. That was his ace. So I get that, you know. That I wanted to tell you thank you for that. I'm sitting over there like, okay, congratulations. I ain't sure. I was sitting over there like she definitely at school. You know what I mean? You gotta maintain your standard. I gotta eat me some food.
Oh no, y'all not about to be making in my house. Your little boogers, they don't even like that little strip. I gotta figure it out.
already been on stuff with her. You know what I'm saying? I just took it from, hey, okay, well, that's crazy. And I just said, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, I don't know, like, I be all about elevation. That's what I really am. And it's crazy because it's like all the friendships that I have right now, we all where it's like, hey, if we can't build, like, we build each other up, like, literally. And I make sure, like, all my friends that's my friends have all gotten together with my other friends. But don't never be no issue, oh, I don't mess with this person. I'm like, I don't do all that female drama or, oh, talk about her. No, shit, we all cool. It ain't like that. Like,
Right.
all my friends is like good friends, so it's just like, I don't know. And that's yeah. Like, I gotta tell my mom, because I knew it was his birthday today, but I forgot all about it because I've been busy trying to get set up with his job. So I totally forgot I didn't call and check on her.
Yeah, man.
She be in her feelings on this day, so I'm like, I need to check on her and see how she's doing.
And I just wanted to call and check on you, make sure you Gucci. Like, I just been chilling for real. I'm upbeat because I know everything that T wouldn't have been down. T would have been upbeat, and I'm not mourning. I'm more or less like.
Where do you
grateful.
come from? Outsider. In my realm, all monkeys are of similar face and shape. Your face speaks of a different breed, and an ugly one. You must be a Yao Guai from another land.
You need. So if y'all on spring break, so you need me, just let me know. Tiny got a game out here at Cincinnati Country Day. So she got that. That's it. But other than that, I'm going to that and following of the day. She had a little rough little weekend, little boy. Then got caught, fooling. So I little feelings with her. And I told her, I said, baby,
I've never ventured here.
You saying y'all went together and y'all was going through something. I said,
nothing's changed after so
many years. Nobody
and
crying over you. So I had to get bad and, comfort her. So I got my twin boy who having that hip. And then you got her
right
on the
here
other
on
So
this
it's like my
seat.
babies needed me, you know what I mean? But I mean, chilling with them.
Ah, here it is. I knew
All right,
it.
bet. Just let me know.
Wukong is tight-fisted, even
Love
Guan
you
Yin
too.
agrees so. He kept it here so it could be passed down to another one of his kind. Now it's time for you to try it, kid.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Once you have this, there's no turning back. Now, you look exactly like Wukong. You're all set, kid. You look like a fierce warrior. Come with me. Let's find out what that old monkey is up to. Let's go. That old monkey will be waiting on the peak of the hill if we have the 5 relics. Peak lies just ahead. Let's be on our way. Think about what? Watch and learn, kid. I've got the my way! Move it or lose it! All of you!
Bless you. Wow, twin. I'm about to preach stupid hard, twin. I'm about to preach stupid hard. Holy Spirit can take over. Preach stupid. Hey, what's going on, Dad? Not much, not much. So, her game at they didn't do it on Saturday. All right. Okay. Uh, We're gonna need money.
Over here! Hurry! Hurry! They said we'd find him. You're here. We're here. Step aboard. Hey, old monkey. I hope this isn't a one-way trip, is it?
Isn't all life a one-way trip? Once you embark on the journey, there's no turning back.
What is this place?
His memories. Since his early days, he'd had an eye for the finer things, and a will to wrest them from others. Laying his eyes on, then craving to seize their riches. No better than the black bear and Jinch, I say.
You can't have an eye for the finer things, while the Buddha oversees the three realms? Well, I hardly think that's fair.
How insatiable. Not content with his kingdom and title below, he asked for a position in the celestial court. But soon after his wish was granted, his joy turned to rage, all because he wasn't invited to a feast. He nearly ruined the entire celestial palace. Ears fume at unfavorable news. As untamed and ungrateful as that yellow rat. Beasts are beasts, don't you think?
He was young. He didn't know any better. Hadn't learned from the Buddha or our master yet. Aren't you being a bit harsh? Dredging up the scandals from his youth.
Like his adulthood was any better. Since his release, he had claimed to have learned manners and discipline. Yet his weak Frankenchurch gave him away. Posing as an idol, he degraded the gods. Clear was his defiance of the doctrines he had learned.
Well, he was just being naughty. Aren't all great achievers somewhat self-obsessed? Myself included.
Nose in the air, feeling above others. I say he was no less insolent than that yellow-browed brat.
Wait, isn't it that lady of some sort? It was her tricks that made Master drive Wukong away.
On White Tiger Ridge, he forsook his love. 3 times he broke her into pieces, convincing himself his heart would ache no more. Yet, as you must know, he had never let go of her. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been so eager to get away from the Buddhahood he attained. Those who talk much of love will one day bite their tongues. On this matter, he was akin to you and your many darlings. No matter where you are, you'd always fall captive to the web of mortal desire.
Why bring me into this? True, I don't have the wits to break the web, but he had torn his way out since that day.
Take a look, Badger. Can you see? Many of your good friends are here.
We're just fair-weather friends, that's all.
But they are still friends, aren't they?
So you say, so it must be. These old buddies. I think none of them ended up well.
Indeed. For ages, countless gifted souls have walked this earth. Yet of them, how few have forged everlasting greatness? Do you know why?
Injustice?
Never has it been just.
Misfortune?
Fortune is simply humility in the mighty.
Well, mayhaps they simply lacked my charm.
Gifted they may be, yet strive they not. Content with little and lost in lust. Seek the ease, yet crave the renown. They yearn for freedom, yet aspire to Buddhahood. They always want both, yet nobody can and nobody should. Such was the folly of the Bull King and Wukong. Destiny's favor calls for the resolution to sever all desires. You should mark well these words.
Hold on. This can't be Wukong's memory. You're fooling us, aren't you?
5 of the 6 relics call for one. Badger, tell me which.
Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. Mind, it's mind.
What did you just see?
The 3 of us?
That was the last one.
Oh, I see now. It was you. I knew it from the beginning. You were the mind of Wukong all along. That's why you led us here.
Not me. It's him.
Don't make me laugh. Him? He is Wukong.
Yes and no.
Cut to the chase, will you? We didn't come this far for your riddles.
After Wukong died, 5 of his 6 senses endured and were taken by the Yaoguai kings. Only his mind was lost. Mind is the first of the six. It's the essence unique to every life. Therefore, it's destined to fade away at life's end.
Hold on. You mean Wukong's gone for good? Never to return? You old bastard! You've been lying to us all this time!
That Wukong you knew will never return. But what made him remains. The universe will always bear him a successor. One who shall carry on his name and nature. This chosen successor is the destined one. Nameless you were, yet perils and mighty foes you've braved to recover his relics. Your will now stands resolute, worthy of his power.
You mean this boy is to take Wukong's name? He's not!
Sun Wukong is long gone! But deep down, you know he wasn't all that perfect. Now that he is dead, this one, perhaps, shall bear the name in his stead. Here, we can venture forth with you no further. This task is yours alone. Sun Wukong left behind a broken shell, stripped of all his six senses. Though ages have passed, it maintains a connection attuned to the echoes of his former self. If you truly are the one destined, you must cast aside his soulless shell and merge the six into one. Then, you shall be the one to begin the journey anew.
No! Not on his own! He's just a kid who knows nothing. I'll go with him.
This place is shaped by Wukong's lingering obsession. It allows only his relic bearer to face the final ordeal. We can escort him no more. See it for yourself.
Hear me, son! You can always run! You don't have to bear Wukong's name! Got it!